I lost my purpose for a while. I felt like I didn't, or I wasn't chasing after what I knew I was, or who I knew I was. Purpose is such an important thing in life. And
how is it that Bieber has been married no less than 3 years ago, and yet Jelena is still all the talks? Well, maybe it's because the ghost singer keeps being haunted by Sel, and we're not surprised. Babes, we're brewing something, and it's as hot as you think. Did Justin just admit that Selena is better than Hailey, his wife? I mean, we're not totally surprised because after all, don't they say that first love doesn't fade away? Jelena was a thing for almost 8 years, and fans have really grown to love the ship so much, too much if you ask me. In the recent concluded Met Gala, the couple was met, pun intended, with so much more than a fancy dinner, but also a huge reminder of Justin's past love. Even though the Who Says singer wasn't physically present that night, her fans made it known that they were out for blood. While a young couple walked through the carpet that night, fans chanted Selena endlessly. Even though Mrs. Bieber apparently ignored the chants, a little while later she was seen putting on sunglasses, which don't necessarily mean anything except that the event was indoors and happened at night. So of course, the public were quick to give the reactions. @Tanja Rosrun tweeted a picture of articles being posted saying, "That fandom is about to have a stroke. They made fake stories about JB and Hailey, including that fake-ass story of the restaurant, and now they're crying over something that came from them and actually happened, LOL." Apparently, Jelena fans were convincing people that the video was edited and it was all some PR stunt. But they're not fooling anybody, really. This isn't to mention the fact that Selena and Hailey have been compared for years to no end. Hailey even chose to delete her Twitter account because of so much negative comments and the very toxic environment. Oh, honey. During her talk with psychiatrist Dr. Jessica Clemens, she opened up about how the intense trolling and criticism intensified when she got married to the Canadian singer. She says, "I think one of the biggest things I struggle with for sure was the comparison aspect of body comparison, looks comparison, behavior comparison." She is constantly being compared to Selena and is always being watched, that even her liking Selena's picture becomes a big deal. One Selena fan account tweets, "Y'all," with a crying emoji and attached screenshots of Hailey supposedly liking Vogue posts about Selena, implying that she was obsessed. But wait, there's more. In 2018, KVJ Show's Twitter account created a poll saying, "Hailey versus Selena. What's better? Having a girl who ... And below are the options. Is in T-Swift's squad and is Alex's niece. The comparisons don't even stop there. @TalonRP posts pictures of Selena looking gorgeous at the VS fashion show and captions them, "Hailey is a model and Selena still managed to outdo her in the area at the VS fashion show." Y'all, let's not forget that Hailey is human too. But babes, even Selena is getting tired of the whole comparison thing. A 17 source reveals that Selena, Justin, and Hailey are all tired of the Selena versus Hailey narrative at this point. They add that it's exhausting for everyone and they just want people to move on so they can move on too and not focus on any further negativity or past situations. It's worth mentioning that Selena and Justin's relationship was very toxic to both parties. JB even admits that he was reckless during the entirety of their relationship. In an interview with Apple Music, the Peaches singer says that he wasn't so peachy with his previous relationship, saying, "I think I still was dealing with a lot of unforgiveness and all of that sort of stuff. To be honest, I don't think I
even the process, what am I gonna talk about again? You know, is it gonna be received? You know, I'm starting to compare with other artists.
Even knew what I was struggling with at the time." He then adds that he was crazy, went wild, and was just plain reckless. Selena affirms this when she says in an interview with NPR that she was a victim of emotional abuse. Oh, now we know where the "lose you to love me" came from. And don't even try to justify how Justin was, because Justin admitted this himself. Let's not be victim blamers here, okay, honey? @RingsHoly says, when will Jelena shippers learn to let Selena and Justin both live separate lives without associating them together? It's 2021. He's married, she's happily single. Also, they were literally toxic together. What's not clicking? Also supported by another fan, @DeserveYouBieber tweets, I stan Selena Gomez and I stan Justin Bieber, but don't ship Jelena. That shit was toxic. I am happy Justin has found love in his life with Hailey. I hope one day Selena does too. I wish both of us fandoms can move past this beef now and just support them for them. Very well said indeed. And yet, there are others who still cannot seem to move on. One Twitter user says, you're obsessed over Hailey and Justin, and I still hope Selena and Justin get back together. We're not the same, sis. But really, where do Jelena shippers get this energy from? Is it because there's still hope? Girls, the kettle is boiling. So, after being engaged to Hailey, the Biebs was seen breaking down in public 5 times. Oof. Of course we all break down sometimes, but is it a coincidence that he broke down when news got out that Selena was hospitalized? Justin was pictured leaving church, honestly looking like hell, and was comforted by friends. A source says, although he's engaged to Hailey, Selena holds a special place in his heart. I mean, that's cool and all, but I wouldn't be happy if my fiancé was very distraught over his ex, which explains the picture of Hailey just staring deeply while her then fiancé was in tears. @Selfcare Idol says, 1 month after marrying his love of my life, Hailey Baldwin, Justin is very overwhelmed by everything going on in his life. He has so much going for him, but he doesn't feel whole. The source said, adding that he's not okay. Hey, I thought I was the reporter here. But anyway, yeah, his not being whole is kind of sus. Oh, and did we go over the fact that apparently he regrets tying the knot with a Baldwin model? As according to Dominique Claire, he was seen crying and breaking down soon after the marriage, which led to the speculation that he might not be all up for the new marriage and is regretting his breakup with Selena. I haven't even gotten to the songs part yet. So, of course, these two have songs about each other. They literally got together because of music. Yes, fans are speculating that even Justin's songs are still about Selena. One fan responds to a tweet about Justin Bieber dedicating his song to his ex-lover by saying, literally his discography. Recently, fans on TikTok have even us convinced that Justin's newly released song Ghost is about him missing the same old love singer. Maybe Justin isn't sick of that same old love? I mean, he can't be missing his wife, right? Here are the facts. Selena also has a similar song entitled Ghost of You, and the lyrics go, but I don't think I'll ever break through the ghost of you. Meanwhile, Justin's song goes, I want you to know if I can't get close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. I know we're far away from Halloween already, but does anybody else get chills? Nope, just me? Although Justin did say so himself that Ghost was about loss. @Belieber Eritar says, stupid everywhere. Ghost was about those who died because of COVID-19. And don't forget that in 2019, Selena's relationship with Justin was over and Justin was married. Tell me the reason why your fave write and sing a song about Justin. So sit down. Okay, we're sitting. But before you say anything further, let's talk about the time Mr. Justin Bieber apparently blabbed to Selena about how too obsessed with religion his current wife is. So, where do I smack the guy, okay? Complaining about your wife is one thing, but to your ex? Low blow, man. A source from The Sun said that although Selena tried to keep her distance, Justin recently contacted her. The source says he loves Hailey dearly, but he does complain about her sometimes, and Selena says it's sad. Further saying, he feels she's a little too obsessed with religion sometimes. He basically feels like she's gone too far. I think someone's gone too far, but it isn't Hailey. And this happened no less than a year ago. So talk about fresh finds. Although there might be a possibility that this was all made up, as @simp Hailey Bieber tweeted, there's a very shitty article out there that Justin contacted Selena and that he complained about Hailey to her. If you see it, don't share it around, it's obviously bullshit. And locals on Facebook are eating it up. Y'all, that was one roller coaster ride of a talk. But hey, let me know, do you think Justin is haunted by the ghost of the past? Or is all of this just some made-up drama by Jelena fans? Comment them down below so I can read them on my next video, and I'll see you then.